After the first test flights with the MDRS drone, I decided that we needed some professional help. So we went to FMS Spaarnwoude near Amsterdam, where Frans Bart is an instructor. It was a cold day with snow and wind speeds between 4 and 6, and there was also snowfall expected. So while I put the Bixler together behind the shelter of my car, Frans Bart and Dennis went already to the airfield and started instructions. Frans Bart used the predecessor of the Bixler 2, namely the Skywalker. That's what you see them fly in the first video. Well, after I arrived, the snow was starting to fall, and Dennis couldn't see so well anymore, so he went back to the car to pick up sunglasses. In the meantime, Frans Bart took a look at the Bixler 2. Now the first thing he noticed was that the flaps, after turning on the plane and putting the engine in the 0 position, then the servos go into the default position, and it turned out that the flaps were not exactly in the 0 position. So the flaps should be exactly the same height as the structure of the wing. So this should be match exactly. What he did was release the screw and place the arm in a somewhat different position for the rough adjustment, and then move this screw here for fine-tuning. The same problem he discovered with the ailerons. So the ailerons also should be exactly the same, but it turned out that the right aileron was different from the left aileron. It was just a little higher, and that made the plane in the first test flights turn right aggressively. So after fixing that, he wanted to continue flying with his plane, but as this electronic speed control of his plane was on top of the fuselage, and the snow was falling, there was snow gone into this plastic. But this is shrink wrap plastic, but the snow got in, and we saw droplets of water. Well, he didn't want to ruin his controller, so he decided to stop teaching us. He also made some test flights, which I didn't record, with the Bixler, and it looked all promising. So for the video he made a second test flight while Dennis was also there, and it turned out that the plane was quite well balanced and really good to control, except for one thing, and that was he thought that it didn't have enough power. Now it turned out, that I didn't assemble the engine, the propeller correctly. So I will show you what I did wrong, and then I will show you how to do it. So this is the propeller, and in the Bixler manual there's these two pictures, and it says, well, you can read what it says, but I will just translate: assemble the propeller and spinner as shown in the pictures. Well, this was the first time I assembled a plane engine, a plane propeller, so my idea was this is the wrong way, by the way. This aluminium nut goes in here, this fits snugly, this tightening screw it has some wedges in it. It goes on the axle of the engine, and then it all has to be tightened like this. Well, so in the first test flights the plane crashed and the propeller fell off. So I just used pliers and put some more force on it, and then it seemed to hold. But remember this, each propeller has two sides. One side, and this won't be so easy to see, one side is bulbed up, and one side is hollow. Well, as you can see, this side is hollow, and also this side is hollow, and these sides are bulbous. Well, the bulbous side go to the front. So after putting the tightening bolt on it, you can't put the propeller on like this. Well, it turned out that there are 4 pieces of plastic in the bag. It turns out that this piece of plastic has to go inside the propellers. Then this ring, which is used for tightening, goes on this bolt, and then this tightening nut goes on the end. So the propeller goes on the bolt, and then at the end goes the tightening nut. This tightening nut has a small hole here, and that's where you can put your screwdriver through while holding this the aluminium ring over it. The aluminium ring here, you can tighten with the screwdriver over here, and then the propeller is tightly put into place. And now I'm checking it, and I put the propeller on in the wrong direction, because it has to go like this. So this was the second test flight. Next test flight will be with the first person view installed in the plane.